Hey guys, my name is Emily, if you haven't seen my face before, and today I'm going to be doing a perfume haul from the Dua brand. I have done a Dua brand in the past, which I will leave in the cards above, which is kind of my first impression of the Dua brand perfumes. And I have some more scents to talk about today that I'm really excited to share with you guys. If you guys aren't familiar with the Dua brand, they are a dupe house that also does quite a bit of original perfumes that are not inspired by other fragrances. They have things for men, women, unisex, they have it all, a whole bunch of different categories, whole bunch of stuff. This video is unsponsored, so I bought these perfumes with my own money and I will give you guys my honest review on all the things that I have to talk about today. Dua has a couple different sizes for their perfumes. Their full sizes are 30 mils, generally for most of them, and they come in boxes like this. I know 30 mils doesn't sound like a whole lot for a full-size perfume, but all of their perfumes are perfume extracts, so they will last and hopefully project a little bit longer than typical perfumes, so you wouldn't need to use as much. And they also have things called Dua Solos, which are 10 mils. They're kind of like travel sizes, and they do have a spray, which I love. So I have one full size to share with you guys. I have 4 of the Solos. One of them I lost the box for, so I'm not holding it up right now. And I do have 5 decants to talk about with you guys as well. So before I get into the perfumes that I got, I just want to tell you guys, if you are new to my channel, what my perfume preferences tend to be. I'm not a huge perfume collector by any means. I don't have hundreds of bottles or anything, but I do really like gourmands and vanillas and perfumes that are more on the sweeter side. I'm not a huge fan of florals and that kind of thing. So going into this video, keep that in mind because those are my preferences. If there are perfumes that I really don't like, that doesn't mean that you might not like them because everybody's nose is different. And on the flip side, there might be perfumes that I love that might not work out for you. So keep that in mind if you are interested in trying out any of the perfumes that I talk about today. Before we get into the travel size and the full size perfume that I have, I want to talk about the decants that I've tried out. These are little sample vials, and I will leave the website that I bought these decants from down below if you guys want to check them out. I think it's a great option to try out scents if you don't want to commit to buying a full bottle, because not every scent has a solo version of it, so you do have to commit to that bigger bottle. So that's why I like to go for these if these are available. That way I can try them out, and if I don't like them, I only have a few mils of them, so it's not that big of a deal. The first one that I have is Sweetie's Lost Cherry, and this is actually a hybrid perfume, so it's a mix of 2 different perfumes combined, and the 2 that are in this are Oriana, I think is how you say it, by Parfum de Marly, and also Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. So this is basically a combination of both of those 2 scents. This is a gourmand feminine perfume. I'm also going to butcher some of these notes because I definitely don't know what all of these are. And the notes are bergamot, black cherry, bitter almond, mandarin orange, orange blossom, grapefruit, cherry liqueur, raspberry, black currant, griotte syrup, jasmine, sambac, Turkish rose, Peru balsam, marshmallow, whipped cream, musk, Italian vetiver, cedarwood, roasted tonka, amberette, and sandalwood. So there's quite a few things going on in this one. The reason I wanted to talk about this one first is because I want to get the ones out of the way that are not really my favorites. So I have tried 3 total Tom Ford Lost Cherry dupes by them, including hybrids. I have one more to talk about in the video that we will get into, but out of the 3, this one is my least favorite. And I think it's because of the Parfum de Marly dupe that's mixed in with this. I feel like it's a little bit too floral for my liking. So this to me smells like Tom Ford Lost Cherry, so all that nice cherry deepness, but mixed with florals, which I'm not a huge fan of. So that kind of gives it almost this soapy perfume vibe. I can really pick up the floral notes in this one, which is why I'm not a big fan of it. But if you are a fan of florals, I would recommend picking this one up because it is nice for that. It's just not for me. So unfortunately, this one I definitely won't be repurchasing a bigger size of. Next up, in terms of perfumes that I didn't enjoy, I have Peach Mojito. This one is a unisex fruity scent. This one is also a Dua original, so it's not a dupe of another perfume. And the notes are juicy peach, peach syrup, sugar syrup, mint, lime juice, club soda, white rum, and white musk. So whenever I spray this one in the air, it's a nice sweet peach scent. It almost reminds me of Fuzzy Peaches. It's really, really sweet and peachy. There's really not a whole lot going on. It's a pretty simple scent. It's sweet and it's peachy, but there is this note in this that I'm not a big fan of. I think it's the white rum. I had the same issue with Strawberry Daiquiri, which I talked about in my last Dua haul, that there's that undertone in it, which I really am not a big fan of. I think these 2 are released at the same time, which might be why they have similar notes going on. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one. I think if that white rum wasn't in there, which I'm pretty sure is what that scent is, that I'm just not a big fan of. I probably would get a lot of use out of this one, but unfortunately, this one also just wasn't really for me. But if you like the smell of white rum, I think this one might be a hit for you. Up next, I have another dupe. So this is Angelic Elixir. This is a dupe of Kilian's Angel Share, which is a super popular perfume. A lot of people rave about it, which is why I was excited to try this one. This one is labeled as a unisex oriental vanilla, and the notes are cognac, cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. It's a very strong cinnamon bomb. Other than straight up cinnamon, I also get this smell of like apple crumble, which is very, very fall-esque. It's a very nice fall fragrance and winter fragrance. I feel like it might be a little bit heavy for summer and spring, but anyways, that's just my own thoughts. I do think this is actually a really good dupe. I have smelled the original Angel Share and it's pretty much spot on. This one definitely gives me a sexy, sensual, cozying up kind of vibes. I don't think I love it enough to get a full bottle. I think it's nice every once in a while, especially in the fall, if I want to pull this out and I want something that's a little bit spicy, but it's still very decadent. But it's not something I would get a lot of use of because it's not an everyday fragrance for me. It's something that I think would be nice on special occasion. So I'm pretty satisfied with just a little bottle of this. So if you are looking for a nice dupe of Kilian's Angel Share, I think this one might be a good option for you. It's definitely more affordable than the original one. And I do have another Kilian perfume that we're going to be talking about shortly, which I am also very excited about. Up next, I have Vanilla Cake and Lemon. This is a Dua original. As you can see, this one is almost empty, and it's also listed as a unisex gourmand. The notes in this one are lemon drizzle, vanilla frosting, lemon juice, lemon zest, vanilla sponge cake, tonka beans, vanilla extract, and vanilla cream. So it's definitely giving gourmand. This one reminds me quite a bit actually of the Bath & Body Works, I think it was the Vanilla Signatures Lemon or Signature Vanilla's Lemon, something like that. It had a yellow bottle. I'll put a picture of this somewhere so you guys know what I'm talking about, but you can't get that scent anymore. So if you're looking for something that's similar vibes, I think this is a pretty close match. This definitely is more on the sweeter side, but it's not too sweet because of that lemon. It kind of balances out the vanilla. I wish there was more of a cake scent and not just straight up vanilla and lemon, but this one isn't bad. I have enjoyed using this up, but I kind of got my fix from this after I went through the vial. I did start getting a little bit more of kitchen lemon vibes. So there is that hint of cleaner kind of scent in there because of the way that the lemon smells. So if that throws you off, maybe don't reach for this one. But if you are a big fan of lemon scents and you like vanilla, this is pretty much a perfect blend of it. Neither side is overpowering. The vanilla and lemon fit really nicely together. So I enjoyed this one, but I won't be purchasing more of it. The last Dua decant that I have to talk about is Belgian Choco Peach Truffle. This has quite a dark juice to it. This is also a vaulted fragrance. So this one was discontinued, but they do open the vault, which is basically their discontinued fragrances. So you still can get their discontinued fragrances occasionally, and they are discounted, which is a great deal. And I'm very tempted to be picking this one up next time that happens because I really, really like this one. This one is actually a hybrid between Bitter Peach by Tom Ford and Belgian Choco Truffle, which is a Dua original. This one is a unisex gourmand, and I'm obsessed. The notes are Belgian milk chocolate, peach, Davana, sandalwood, blood orange, labdanum, patchouli, almonds, plums, vanilla, and caramel. So the chocolate in this one is kind of more of a milky chocolate. It's not a dark chocolate. So there is a lot of sweetness in this fragrance. If you're looking for something that isn't so sweet, more of a dark chocolate, this one wouldn't be for you because it is definitely more on that sweet side, which I love. The peach is balanced really, really nicely with the chocolate too. So both sides, kind of like the last one I talked about, they just fit together really nicely. And it just blends so smoothly. I love the way that this smells in the air. I love the way it smells on me. It's such an addicting fragrance, and it's something that I didn't think that I'd be crazy about because peach and chocolate isn't a combination that I would usually think of in terms of, I really want to smell like this today. But as soon as I got my nose on this, I was obsessed with it. And I can't get enough of this. It's such a nice, cozy fragrance. I think this is another one that would be great for winter and fall. I've been saving the last few uses out of this because I want to compare it with the Belgian Choco Zest Truffle, which is chocolate and orange versus chocolate and peach. And I want to see which one I like better to see which one I want a full size of, or maybe both. I don't know. They might be different enough that I might want both, but this one is so good. If you love gourmands, you like chocolate, you have to try this one. It's so, so good. And it's definitely one of my favorites in this haul. So those are all of the decants I have. Now let's move on to the solo. So again, these are the 10 mils. They come in a box like this and they open up to have the fragrance inside. This might be their older packaging. I'm not too sure if they still have this box. I know they did change the bottle of the solos since I've made this order. They are more of a square bottle now. And I haven't tried those ones yet, but I definitely am looking forward to see if the packaging is a little bit better. I have experienced a little bit of leaking, which is pretty common with this style packaging from Dua. That doesn't happen with the full sizes, but with this old style of the solos. So the first solo that I have is Coconut Gelato. This is also a Dua original. This one is a unisex gourmand, and its notes are coconut cream, peach cream, pineapple cream, jasmine, milky notes, sugary notes, and white musk. This one to me smells like buttered popcorn in an overwhelmingly cloying way. I can't get behind this one. This is my least favorite Dua fragrance I've ever smelled, unfortunately. I thought I'd really like it because I do love coconut and vanilla scents, especially if they're together, but this one was just not it for me. This one was a hard pass. If you guys like coconut, I still would recommend this one. I don't even get any coconut in this. I just get overwhelmingly sweet stuff that I don't like. This one is definitely a pass for me, but if you like this one, all the power to you, rock it, but it's not for me. Up next, I have Popped Cherry. This one is a dupe of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. This is listed as a unisex oriental floral, and its notes are black cherry, bitter almond, cherry liqueur, gruyere syrup, jasmine sambac, Turkish rose, Peru balsam, Italian vetiver, cedarwood, roasted tonka, and sandalwood. So if you aren't familiar with Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, it's a very deep cherry in my opinion. It's very nice, and honestly, there have been quite a few cherry perfumes that I feel like have popped up after this one because this took the world by storm. Everyone got obsessed with it, and for a good reason. I do think it's a really nice scent. So I do have this one. I do have the Sweetie's Lost Cherry, which I talked about a little bit earlier, and I also have tried Tom Ford Lost Cherry mixed with By the Fireside, and that one was called Smoked Cherry. I talked about that one in my first Dua haul, and that one I think is my favorite. I like that one a little bit more than this one because it does add a little bit more smokiness, so it's more of like a cozy fall, more complex fragrance, I guess. For this one, I still think it's nice. As you can see, I have been wearing it. This one reminds me a little bit more of cherry syrup compared to the smoked cherry because the smokiness of that one kind of tones down that element of the cherry in this perfume, but I do still enjoy it. I think it's really nice for fall and winter, as most of these seem to be. I don't think I would purchase a full size of this one, but I probably will be purchasing a full size of Smoked Cherry at some point because I did really like that one. I do have a little bit left, but I'm trying to spare that one and use this one a little bit more. But this one I have really enjoyed this winter. So if you are looking for a Tom Ford Lost Cherry dupe, I would check this one out. Up next, I have Love Dungeon, which is probably one of the darkest juices I have from Dua. This one is like a very ambery orange color. And this one is inspired by Love Poison by Boadicea the Victorious. I've never heard of that perfume brand, so I'm not too sure how to pronounce that one, but this is also a unisex fruity floral. The notes of this one are pink berries, bergamot, cinnamon, caraway, Egyptian jasmine, Moroccan orange flowers, labdanum, sandalwood, Turkish rose, raspberry, musk, and bourbon vanilla. What this smells like to me is the blue soap or the pink soap that you'll see in a gas station or a mall or something like that, the one that you have to like press in the wall to get it to come into your hand. That's 100% what this smells like to me. I don't know what the original smells like, so I don't know if that's what the original does smell like, but it does have fruity elements, but there's also a lot of florals going on, and it just smells very soapy to me. I don't think this is as bad as the Coconut Gelato one because it's not unbearable for me. It's just not something that I would want to smell like because of the floral elements in it. I do think other people would definitely enjoy this more than I would if you do get behind more floral scents, and if you do like more of a soapy vibe, because some people are definitely into that. There's nothing wrong with it. So if that's the case, maybe check this one out, especially if you have had interest in the original that this one is inspired by. But other than that, this one is also going to be a pass for me, but I probably will hand this one along to my mom because I know she's a big fan of floral, so she'll probably get more use out of this one than I will. And my last Dua Solo is one that I have lost the box for, but it doesn't really matter to me too much because this one has been on deck every single day. And this one is called Princeless Princess. This is inspired by Killian's I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. This one is a unisex amber vanilla, and the notes are lemon, green tea, ginger, peach, hedione, jasmine, apple, marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. This is such a pretty perfume. It's such a nice mix of sweetness and freshness that balances it out, but it's still a sweet perfume. It's just not cloying at all. It's the perfect amount of sweetness for me. I love it. That marshmallow really plays well with the green tea, I find. I have tried the original, and this one does project a little bit more and last longer on me for sure than the original, so I'm definitely going to be buying a full size of this one. I'm obsessed. As you can see, I don't have that much left. I'm trying to make this one last until I get that full bottle, but wow, this is so, so pretty. If you love sweet scents, you have to check this one out. It's such a pretty girl perfume. If you haven't smelled the original, it's a really unique scent in my opinion. I haven't really smelled anything quite like this that plays so well with freshness and sweetness, because I'm not a soapy girl like I was talking about before. I love me some sweet fragrances, usually ones that are more fresh come off soapy to me. This is not the case at all for this one. It's so, so good, and you guys need to try this fragrance if you have not already and you are looking for something like that, because 10 out of 10, I'm obsessed. I need it. Definitely recommend this one. And the last one that I have to talk about, which is the full-size perfume, will come as no surprise to you guys if you have seen my last Dua haul. This is, of course, Alexandra Short, and I obviously really like this one. So if you guys haven't checked out my last Dua haul, I did get a decanted this one, and I was in love with it. I needed to get the full size. I got the full size, and this has pretty much become my everyday fragrance. I did pick this one up a while ago, so I've been using this one for a little bit less than a year. I have a pretty good dent in it because this has become my everyday fragrance, and it's very, very nice. The notes in this one are bergamot peel, caramelized vanilla sugar, vanilla musk, Turkish rose, vanilla cake, whipped cream, and white musk. If you are looking for a go-to vanilla perfume, this one is one that I would definitely recommend. I was trying to choose between this one and Kayali's Vanilla 28, and I ended up going with this one because it just projects so well. It lasts forever on me, and it's just amazing. I have worn this in every single season because I've had this for pretty much a year now. But I will say I think it's a bit much if you're wearing this during a hot summer day, because it is just straight up vanilla and cream and sugary goodness, which can be a bit overwhelming if you are having one of those days where you're out in the really hot sun. So keep that in mind. This is a big recommendation from me for anyone who likes vanilla perfumes. So if you're looking to try a new one, this one is really nice. And like I said, the lasting power and projection is awesome with this one. So this is a must for me, and this one might be getting some competition once I get Princeless Princess, but I still will be giving this one some love because, like I said, I've been loving it and I will continue to love it until I finish the bottle. Alright guys, so that wraps up my Dua haul. If you guys have tried any of the perfumes I've talked about, please let me know down below what your thoughts are, as well as if you tried anything else from Dua. And if you have any recommendations that you think I might be interested in trying, please let me know down below and maybe you will see those in a future video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to, you can go ahead and leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you want, and I will see you next time. Thanks guys, bye. God bless.